All right, so today let's talk about preventing ACL injuries.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, those knee injuries that can like totally sideline you.
Right.
And we're going to go beyond just the basics,
Okay.
give you some actionable knowledge based on insights from a real expert,
Cool.
a physiotherapist who specializes in this area.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
we're diving deep today
Okay.
into a video by Dr. Dwayne Chioda.
All right.
He's a physiotherapist at Valley Rehab Physical Therapy and Return to Work Center.
Okay.
And he focuses on the 4 best exercises for ACL injury prevention.
Prevention is so important.
Yeah.
We tend to think that ligaments are like rubber bands.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fully bounce back after being stretched or torn.
Okay.
Every strain makes them more susceptible to future injuries.
Makes sense?
So you want to prevent that first one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Dr. Chioda really emphasizes strength and control in those key muscle groups, like your quads, hamstrings, hips, glutes. They all work together
They do.
to stabilize your knee joint during all sorts of activities.
All sorts.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics.
Okay.
The first exercise Dr. Chioda recommends is the single leg Romanian deadlift,
Okay.
or RDL.
RDL.
Now, I've heard people say RDLs can be tough on your back
They can.
if you don't do them right. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, absolutely. Form is crucial with RDLs. It's all about hinging at the hips while maintaining a neutral spine. That means keeping your back straight.
Got it.
You start by standing on one leg with a slight bend in the knee, using a dumbbell for resistance. If you're new to this, holding onto a chair for support can help you get the hang of it.
All right, so it's not just about kicking your leg back.
Well, not exactly.
Right.
Think about extending your leg backward
Okay.
while maintaining a straight line from your shoulder to your heel. You want to feel the stretch in your hamstring without rounding your back.
Got it.
Dr. Chioda really stresses avoiding any hip rotation or shifting your weight to one side.
Oh, so that's how you...
That's how you keep the focus on those hamstrings and protect your back.
Got it. And as you get stronger, you can progress to using 2 dumbbells, right?
Exactly.
That definitely sounds like a challenge.
It's all about gradual progression. Dr. Chioda suggests aiming for 10 to 15 reps on each side.
10 to 15.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of controlled movements, let's move on to lateral lunges.
Okay.
I've always found those to be a great way to target the inner thighs.
They are.
Yeah.
Lateral lunges are fantastic for working your quads, hips, and hamstrings. And they really emphasize knee control.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crucial for preventing those ACL injuries. Imagine stepping out to the side. And lowering yourself down. As if you're sitting back into a chair.
Oh, like...
Your bent knee should be at a 90-degree angle.
Got it. So it's like a...
It's like a side step with a purpose.
Yeah.
But I imagine there are some common mistakes people make.
Oh, there are, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What are those?
One thing Dr. Chioda points out is the importance of maintaining stability throughout the movement. You don't want your knee caving inward.
Right.
Or your heel lifting off the ground.
Okay.
And he also cautions against leaning forward too much.
Oh.
Think about keeping your back straight and core engaged as you lower down.
Got it. So it's a lot about body awareness and control.
Yeah.
How many reps would you recommend?
Aim for 10 to 12 reps on each side.
10 to 12.
For a good burn.
All right.
You'll definitely feel those muscles working.
Now for something a little more explosive. Box jumps.
Ooh.
I'll admit, I find these a bit intimidating.
I can see why.
Yeah.
What's fascinating about box jumps is that they add a ballistic component to your training.
Ballistic component. What does that mean exactly?
It means they involve explosive power and rapid changes in direction. This demands more coordination than the lunges and RDLs we just talked about.
Right.
Box jumps are a great way to challenge your ankle and foot stability as well.
Interesting.
Which plays a big role in overall knee health.
All right, so it's not just about jumping up onto a box.
It's not.
What are the key things to keep in mind for proper form?
Dr. Chioda emphasizes keeping those knees aligned during the jump. You don't want them collapsing inward on landing.
Right.
That puts a lot of stress on the ACL.
So it's about a controlled, quiet landing, right?
Exactly. You want to use your muscles to absorb the impact rather than relying on your joints.
Right.
And just like with the other exercises,
yeah.
we want to think about gradual progression.
Okay.
Dr. Kyoto suggests
okay.
starting with a lower box,
okay.
maybe 6 inches high,
6 inches.
and gradually working your way up to
Yeah.
something higher,
Okay.
like 20 to 24 inches
Wow.
as you get stronger.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't want to start out too high and risk an injury.
Right.
How many reps should someone aim for when starting out?
It's a good idea to start with 10 to 12 reps
Okay.
and see how you feel.
10 to 12.
Remember, it's not about pushing yourself to a little bit right away.
Right.
It's about building strength and confidence over time.
That's great advice. So we've covered RDLs,
Yes.
lateral lunges, and box jumps.
Mm-hmm.
What's the fourth exercise Dr. Kyoto recommends for ACL injury prevention?
The last exercise is something you might not expect.
Okay.
Jump rope jumps.
Really?
It might seem simple,
Mm-hmm.
but they're incredible for building agility and stamina.
I can see how those would be beneficial for overall fitness.
Right.
But how do they specifically help with ACL injury prevention?
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Dr. Kyoto points out that fatigue
okay.
is a major risk factor for ACL injuries.
Oh, wow.
When your muscles are tired,
Yeah.
they're not as responsive, which can lead to missteps and awkward landings.
Oh, so it's about training those muscles
Yes.
to stay strong and controlled, even when you're feeling the burn.
Yeah.
I can definitely relate to that. I'm much more likely to trip or stumble when I'm exhausted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where jump rope jumps come in.
Okay.
Dr. Kyoto recommends starting with shorter intervals,
Okay.
maybe a minute at a time,
Okay, a minute.
and gradually increasing the duration as you get more comfortable.
Okay, and what about form?
Yeah.
Are there any specific things to keep in mind?
As always,
Yeah.
knee control is paramount.
Yep.
But no collapsing inward
Right.
or landing on your heels. Aim for a soft, controlled landing
Yeah.
with each jump
Okay.
and keep that core engaged to protect your back.
Okay, got it. So we've got 4 exercises
Yeah.
that target different aspects
Behind.
of strength control and endurance.
Mhm.
But how often
Yeah.
should someone be doing these
Right.
to really see a benefit in terms of ACL injury prevention?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
Okay.
According to Dr. Kyoto,
Yeah.
he suggests aiming for daily practice,
Oh, wow.
or at least every other day,
Okay.
to really build that strength coordination and endurance you need.
Makes sense. It's like anything else.
It is.
A little effort consistently can
Yeah.
make a big difference in the long run.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what's so empowering about these exercises is that they can be adapted to different fitness levels.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a seasoned athlete
Right.
to benefit from them.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. As we wrap up,
Okay.
what's one final thought you'd like to leave our listener with?
Well, if you're listening to this
Okay.
and you're already active,
Mm-hmm.
I applaud you for taking steps
Okay.
to protect your body.
Good for you.
And if you're thinking about
Mm-hmm.
getting more active,
Yeah.
don't let the fear of injury
Right.
hold you back.
Don't let it.
Start incorporating these exercises
Yeah.
into your routine gradually
Okay.
and build up your strength over time.
Mm-hmm.
Your knees will thank you for it.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about taking those small steps consistently
It is.
and building those healthy habits
Mm-hmm.
that will serve you well for years to come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, your body is capable of amazing things.
Well, it is.
Give it the support it needs,
Yeah.
and it will reward you
Mm-hmm.
with strength, resilience, and the freedom to move with confidence.
This has been such an insightful deep dive
Yeah.
into ACL injury prevention.
Yeah.
We've learned about the importance of those key muscle groups,
Yes.
the 4 exercises Dr. Dwayne Kyoto recommends, and the crucial role of consistency,
Yeah.
proper form,
Mhm.
and listening to your body.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights.
So think about how you can incorporate these exercises
Yeah.
into your routine.
Mm-hmm.
Could these simple movements be the key to keeping your knees strong and injury-free,
Because
allowing you to pursue all the activities you love?
the power is in your hands.
That's a great note to end on.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this
Little
deep dive. Until next time,
Right.
stay curious, keep learning, and keep moving.